Hello and welcome to a brand new video. Today we're going to be talking about 10 true stories that actually happened on horror movie sets. Now let's start with Rosemary's Baby. Rosemary's Baby is an iconic horror movie starring Mia Farrow as an increasingly terrified mother in a movie that builds tension and paranoia without being overly gory. There were multiple creepy occurrences on set, from one of the producers receiving an anonymous note that he would die from a painful illness, and shortly after he needed emergency surgery after fainting on set. One more tragedy struck when the movie's composer died on set while another producer had a stroke and the entire cast got terrible food poisoning. Wow, a lot of tragedy happened on that set. Next movie we have is The Crow. The Crow is about Eric Draven and his fiancée being murdered and Eric rising from the grave a year later to take his revenge on the group that murdered them. The actor portraying the role was Brandon Lee, Bruce Lee's son, who was killed during the filming when a prop gun accidentally released a real bullet and the actor tragically died from a gunshot wound. This scene has an odd connection to his father, when his father acted in a similar scene in Game of Death, decades earlier, where a prop master explains how to use the prop guns and Bruce Lee's character pretends to be dead on the set of a movie. Next one we have on our list is Psycho. Although this terrifying death didn't occur on set, it does have a connection to the original Psycho. A woman, Myra Davis, was killed in 1988 when she hired a handyman, and there has been speculation that it was due to killer's obsession with the Psycho shower scene. Myra Davis was one of actress Janet Leigh's stand-ins to check the lighting for the shower scene. And although there is no proof that her murder was directly connected to Psycho, there has been some speculation about a connection since she worked on such an iconic horror movie. Next film we have is The Possession. During 2012's The Possession, a horror movie based on the true story of a cursed dieback box, actor Jeffrey Dean Morgan reported several creepy stories on set. Morgan reported creepy happenings such as exploding lights, cold breezes rushing past him on deserted corridors, and even a fire in a storage facility. An investigation into the fire ruled out any electrical faults or arson as the cause of the fire, so the fire stays a mystery. The investigators of the fire described the cause of the blaze as undetermined, which really begs the question of whether it was related to the box in the movie. Next one we have on our list is Poltergeist in 1982 and Poltergeist III in 1988. The Poltergeist curse is one of the most famous movie curses. The first instance of this curse occurred days after the release of the movie, with one of the stars of the movie, Dominique Dunn, being murdered by her ex-boyfriend. In addition, Heather O'Rourke, the actress who portrayed young Carol Ann, tragically died during surgery while Poltergeist 3 was in production. But tragic deaths were not the only strange instances of the Poltergeist curse. During production on the second Poltergeist movie, the producer was convinced that the set was evil and drafted in a priest to conduct a blessing. Next one we have is the Amityville Horror. The Amityville haunting was a cultural phenomenon in the 1970s. The ghostly events were investigated by the Warrens, and the terrifying story even led to a book and a movie deal. One particularly creepy event occurred before the movie was even made. James Brolin, the lead actor in the 1979 movie, only accepted the part in the movie after his pants fell off a hanger while he was reading the script. But this is not all. During the filming of the 2005 remake, a dead body washed up on the shore next to the filming location. Additionally, Ryan Reynolds and other crew members reportedly woke up at 3:15 a.m. at the time of the DeFeo murders. Next movie we have is The Omen. The Omen had some of the weirdest events occur during filming. But for those who are not aware, The Omen is about a little boy who also happens to be the Antichrist. The evil boy is the cause of many tragedies in the movie, such as dog attacks and horrifying accidents. However, on the set, similar accidents and events starting to occur. First, Gregory Peck's son committed suicide during the filming of the movie. While this may just appear to be a tragic coincidence, it wasn't the worst event to have occurred. A member of the crew was also involved in a horrible car accident while driving to the set, and a scriptwriter's plane was struck by lightning while traveling to the set. And this didn't happen only once. Gregory Peck's aircraft was also struck by lightning while traveling to the set on a different day. Finally, another plane that attempted to take off from the set tragically crashed into a nearby road and killed all 11 crew members on board. Next movie we have is The Exorcism of Emily Rose. During the production of this movie in 2005, actress Jennifer Carpenter reported that her hotel radio room would mysteriously turn on and off of its own accord. What's even stranger about this incident is that it would always play the same song, Pearl Jam's Alive. While this is already a spooky event, other members of the cast and crew also reported that their hotel radios would switch on randomly and play Pearl Jam's Alive. Because of this, some cast and crew had their radios removed. Next movie we have is Twilight Zone, the movie. Vic Morrow, who is the late father of the actress Jennifer Jason Leigh, was killed on the set of the 1983 movie The Twilight Zone. But what makes this tragedy especially freaky is that Morrow predicted his own death. A year before filming The Twilight Zone, the movie began, Morrow took out a $5 million life insurance policy on himself, telling friends and family members that he had a premonition something bad was going to happen to him on an upcoming movie. Sure enough, while filming a scene for The Twilight Zone, a helicopter crashed and decapitated Morrow. 2 child actors were also killed in the accident, which prompted a lengthy investigation and a court case. It was later revealed that the 2 Vietnamese child actors who were killed in the tragedy had been hired illegally by the producers. It was also revealed in court that the movie's concept artist mistakenly drew a burned-out helicopter in the middle of a river in his sketches, essentially foreshadowing the accident. And the last movie we have is The Exorcist, arguably the most well-known horror movie of all time, and a seminal film of the 1970s. The Exorcist is widely known to have a curse associated with it. The set certainly saw a lot of creepy events take place. These included Irish character actor Jack McGowran, who plays Burke Dennings in the movie, dying unexpectedly just a few days after he wrapped his part in the movie, a special effects worker and a security guard dying while the movie was in production, and the entire set burning down. Eventually, the director William Friedkin had a priest come to the set to bless the set, but the religious ceremony seemed to do little to stop the curse, which appeared to even affect people who watched the completed movie, as several audience members had heart attacks when the movie was released in theaters. So that will be it for this video. Be sure to like and subscribe, and until next time, bye bye.